Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's story I'm about to share with you is a very sad story and I felt so heartbroken for the family. This is a story about this 13-year-old boy who goes by the name Jerobejin van Wyk, who was murdered and butchered, his body parts burnt, and the parts that were not being burnt by the fire were thrown away simply because he entered the compound of Mr. Dan Smit to pick mangoes, and Mr. Dan Smit murdered him and butchered him. This story was narrated to the press by his friend Dino, who was with him on that unfortunate day. Dino said, as usual, they normally go out every day to search trash bins in the community and pick empty cans from trash bins so they can sell and make more money and support their family due to the financial situation and standard of living of their family. So on that day, Jerobejin van Wyk and Dino, his friends, went out and they were searching trash bins and they were picking cans until they eventually got to the trash bin in front of the house of Mr. Dan Smit. While they were searching Mr. Dan Smith's trash bin, their attention was caught by the ripe mango trees and orange trees in the compound of Mr. Dan Smit. So they decided to go over to the compound and pick a few mangoes. And since the fence of the compound wasn't that tall, they went over and they picked the mangoes that had already fallen and were on the floor. While they were picking the mangoes, they heard a voice saying, "If I catch you again, you would never see your parents again."
Het is ook een meertje klam. Toen zei, als ik jou vang, ga ik weer ouders zien. En dat was zo zin.
When the children heard this voice, Dino said they went over the wall and started running away from Mr. Dan Smith's house. Unknown to them, Mr. Dan Smit had hopped into his car and was coming after them. When they realized that Smit was coming after them, they started running and Mr. Dan Smit gave them a very hot chase. When Dino saw he wasn't going to be able to outrun the car, he said he jumped into an empty trash bin to hide. But Jerobejin van Wyk kept on running in the hope that he will get to a safe place or environment where people are and he will be safe. Dino said from the trash bin he heard a loud bang, and that was the last time he saw his friend again until he was told that his friend was murdered and butchered. Apparently, the loud bang that Dino heard was the bang of Mr. Dan Smit hitting Jerobejin van Wyk along with a trash bin by the roadside. Mr. Smit, as caught in the camera, took Jerobejin van Wyk back to his house, gave him a tea to drink, gave him bread to eat, and made him feel comfortable. Jerobejin van Wyk felt comfortable that everything he had done, probably the man had forgiven him and was about to let him go. But unknown to him, Mr. Dan Smit snapped Jerobejin van Wyk's neck, broke his neck, butchered his body, hanged the body parts out to dry and burnt in the fireplace. When the body parts were burnt, the bones and the skulls that were not burnt, he took it outside and opened the drainage and left them inside the drainage. While he was tampering with the drainage system, he didn't know that somebody was watching him from a distance without his knowledge. So he went inside. Few days later, the people that maintained the drainage system came to maintain the system. So as they were doing their rounds check, they saw the bones and the skulls and other parts of the body. It was at this point that the person that saw the drainage system being tampered with by Dan Smit told them that he saw Mr. Dan Smit tampering with the system. As this was already going on, Mr. Dan Smit was arrested by the police because Dino had told Jerobejin van Wyk's mother that what had actually transpired that day, and he was arrested for kidnapping Jerobejin van Wyk. But when the police found out these skulls and the body parts in the drainage and the DNA test was carried out and it came out to be Jerobejin van Wyk, he was immediately, Mr. Dan Smit, charged with first-degree murder. The mother felt so sad. She was crying so hard.
Aan hom gewees, dit is wat ik bij je graag wil weten. Ik wil dit weten bij hem en hij moet het gaan bij mij zeggen. Een levendige kind of een dode kind zo opkap.
This made me wonder, why would a man kill a young boy over a mango tree that you would not be able to finish the fruits in its season? This is wickedness, and this might be a serial killer if they really look into it. If you love my video and love what I do in this channel, please take time and subscribe to my channel, like my video, and if possible, please share my video. Thank you.